no podcast. Little rant again. I listen to all my podcasts during work today, so I don't really like listening to movies as much as I used to. I think it's because I'm like all caught up on all the movies that I wanted to watch. Anyways, so first things first, the Saturn. That's the whole point of his YouTube channel. I noticed by getting to work and getting home from work times are low again. And it's because I guess I'm speeding this week. Like I'm going much faster. I'm going about 5 over for the most part. I don't understand the home one because I go the same speeds. Like right now I have cruise control at 60, which is my normal. So I don't understand that, but on my way to work I've been getting tired of like slow drivers or bad drivers or whatever. So yeah, this is probably a 23 mile to the gallon week. Whatever. Today's gonna be an interesting day. It's Tuesday, and I always work Tuesdays, and I have Wednesday, Thursday off. But I've requested to have Tuesday off. We'll see if they give it to me, because it's inventory, and since I'm no longer doing maintenance and I just do projects, can't really do projects with people around. So hopefully they give it off. And there's this guy. I get nervous just thinking about it. I don't know what it is with me. I guess this is more like my sorry, not a diary, but like a rant vlog YouTube channel. I don't know what this is, but I'm just gonna say this just so I can say it out loud. But people view me as some sort of like a solid driver. Solid as a rock, cool as a cucumber, you know, doesn't fold, doesn't bend, doesn't break. But realistically, every time I chase someone, or right before I chase someone, I start having to piss, right? Like, I get so nervous that I have to piss, like, every 5 minutes. I'll just keep pissing and pissing and pissing until I race, and then I'll be fine. So I get that nervous, and that's when I'm chasing people. I haven't had to have a straight up battle in over a year. It's got to be more than a year, like way more than a year actually, since the Evo. No, since the EM1, Jesse was talking a bunch of shit about how he was fast at little T, so I showed up and fucked him up. But even then, that wasn't a call out to where it is so beyond rare that I get called out to race on my own road. You know, normally people try to call me out on their roads and give themselves all the advantages in the world. And I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. Right. So, this dude, right, he has a Corvette. Not a new one anymore, but he has a C7 Corvette. Fast fucking car. I met him when I'm gonna talk to Bobby today, but somehow Bobby ended up agreeing to race him on his own home road, which is the 33, which is like an extremely fast road. It's like tailor-made for a Corvette. And I had a bad feeling from the jump. I was like, Bobby, this guy's gonna fuck you up. And I had never raced on the 33 prior to that. But I showed up in my S3 just in case. And sure enough, he like slaughtered Bobby. And so I went around Bobby, and I actually pretty much held my own with him until the S3 that I owned would go into limp mode because of the tune it had. And because Malibu has nothing but short roads, I didn't really encounter that issue very much. But the 33 is such a long road and such a high speed road that the fucking car went into limbo. But I was able to hold with him, and no one had ever done that before, so it was like a moral victory / like just a draw, because I wasn't even supposed to be there for the battle. And ever since then, every year, this is years ago, by the way, this has to be at least 4 or 5 years ago. Every 7 months, the owner of the vet, his name is Angelo, he would like, he'd be like, let's run. Like, dude, I hate the 33. Come on, just come out. No. Alright. Oh, just let's run. Dude, no. I don't like your road. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not even slightly interested in your road. Sorry. And then like I met a couple of his friends know who I am, and when I talk to them, I throw jabs at him. It's like the art of war. And I'll throw these little baby jabs to his friends, and I know his friends feed him those jabs. And I would say things like, well, you know, the 33 is for fast cars, you know, so it's easy to be fast on the 33 with a fast car, you know, and of course I'm throwing shade at him. And so he wanted to like prove that he can keep up with me at anything. That he downloaded Forza, and I smacked him at Forza. He downloaded the other Forza, and I smacked him at that Forza. And again, every once in a while, hey man, let's run. Dude, no. Well, a few days ago, he hit me up again. He's like, let's run. I was like, dude, if you say the 33, and he's like, nah, Decker. The thing about me as a driver is I'm extremely smart, and I catch on to people's habits and tendencies. And this guy is a guy who always looks for an advantage. So I posted a video of me running Decker, and I stated, like, I don't know Decker at all, and I'm pretty bad at Decker. And Decker has a brutal uphill. Brutal. I hate Decker. Honestly, I'm not a fan of Decker. Like, I like Decker to drive it solo, but I don't like battling Decker locals on Decker because I don't know the road very well. And he's, like I said, he's the kind of guy who's always looking for an advantage, right? So he said he's been running Decker from PCH, and I knew it because I said, what part do you run all of Decker, or what did you drive? And he's like, oh, PCH. I was like, fucking guy. Of course, in his Corvette, he runs the steepest uphill, which puts all the other underpowered cars, which is pretty much every car since he has a fucking Corvette, at a huge disadvantage. But ever since he called me out, you know, of course I agreed. I'm not going to say no, because it's my road. But, well, it's my area in Malibu. You know, the moment he sent me, every time he sends me a let's run, my heart drops and I get really nervous. Not because I'm intimidated by him, but because that's just how I am. Because the thing about being me, and the biggest downside to being a quote-unquote legend, to have all of this, you know, everyone knows who you are, everyone knows your reputation. It's nerve-wracking when you battle, because every time I battle, everything's on the line. I have everything to lose, and the people that I race have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You know, it's a gift and a curse, because it's great to have that status, but it's shit because anytime I've ever had to do an official run, I'm just nervous out of my fucking mind, because I'm okay if I lose to Duke or Daniel or Rafa or Caesar or any real driver. But there are 3 drivers that I've met in my lifetime. 3, only 3. And I've been doing it for 12 years. There are 3 drivers who I just told myself I will never allow myself to lose to them. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just won't allow myself to lose to them. Right? 1 was Angelo, the Corvette owner. 2 was Jesse, because Jesse is the bane, not even that. Jesse is like the literal definition of the kind of driver I fucking hate. He runs as fuck, because he's quick, but he's not fast. Right? And there's not a lot of quick people. Most people are slow. And so he fucking runs his fucking mouth and he acts super fucking cocky. He does this shit like once a year. He'll run his fucking mouth, he'll make a very cocky post, or he'll say something, whatever the case may be, and I'll go out and I'll just smack him. And a few other people will smack him, like the fast guys, right? And he'll go from, you know, toad racing is life, toad racing is this and that, speed, and he, you know, he fucking doesn't listen. Like, he's like, how should I build the car? And I was telling him, just keep it simple and learn how to fucking drive so you become a better driver. He's like, yeah, for sure, that's what I'm gonna do. And then he overbuilds his shit. So that's strike number 2. I fucking hate people who overbuild their cars for their lack of skill. So Angelo, Jesse, and Tuna, I used to think was a cool guy, but over time I realized he's extremely cocky, and he almost died racing me. Like, he called me out, I raced him, and it wasn't even close, and he fucking almost died. Right? And then we raced like 3 more times, and I smacked him every time. And those were on my roads. But then I went to his road, his car was down, but he had a record time. He didn't have the record, but he had a recorded time, and I put down a way faster time than him. Another slap in his face. So, but Angelo has me in a bit of a pickle. Like, my current mind is, I need to talk to Bobby and ask him how the race went down. Like, how did it come about? Because if Bobby called him out, and he made Bobby run the section that he runs, well, that kind of changes the way I'm going to approach the battle. Now, if he called Bobby out, and Bobby agreed to the section, it still makes me want to change the stipulations of the race, because I want him to learn that he can't just run the fast parts of the roads and get away with it all the time. Because the part of Decker that I like is the Westlake side. And the Westlake side has no straightaways, nothing that can save you. And that's what I think I'm gonna do. Is I think I'm gonna, you know, today is the day we're supposed to race technically, and I've taken this very seriously. Like I haven't battled in so long because I'm not fucking interested. I just ignore it. Like, people, you know, it's so rare that I get called out, actually, that I just don't have to deal with it at all. But I've always put myself at a disadvantage, pretty much, until I had the Evo, which, funny enough, so until I got the Evo and I started to put, like, I paid attention to my alignment, to my tune, to my this, to my that. I started to pay attention to the vehicle and try to make the vehicle fast. Oh, I just fucked up the windshield. Yeah, I tried to make the Evo fast, and then I became the fastest driver, the fastest person. But other than that, my entire 12 years, excluding the Evo, I've always driven either cars that I just didn't bother to modify, didn't bother to put like crazy brakes or whatever, or the car's a pile of shit. Or it's a very unorthodox car, like a Sentra, right? The S2000 is a great car. When I bought it, it was set up really good. But something, I don't know what happened. I changed something. I don't know what I changed, but I changed something. And my alignment, I think I changed the front right wheel bearing. And I also changed the back right wheel bearing and the axle like multiple times. So my alignment is way fucked off. Like, I don't have a good alignment. And all the fast drivers, like all the people on the list at Little T, have proper setup vehicles. And I don't set up my vehicles. And there's this kid, Nico, who's like fucking a genius when it comes to vehicle setup. And so I went into the group chat and I was like, yo, Nico, like, what do you think, man? Like, I was like, what what alignment should I run? What alignment shop should I go to? And he gave me a shop. He recommended a shop to me and told me what specs I should run. But working graveyard, this is the downside to working graveyard, is I'm asleep for half the fucking day. You know, most places close, automotive places, close at around 5 to 6. I don't know any shop or stereo shop, fucking tire shop, mechanic shop, anything that stays open past 6. And I usually wake up at around 2. And for some reason, like, that's like the worst time to wake up, is if you wake up at 2 and you get on the road by 3 o'clock traffic is fucking gnarly. So it would take me forever to get to where I need to go, because of course, living in Oxnard, the weather's the best, but we don't have anything. We don't have badass fucking alignment places and race shops. You gotta leave. You gotta go to the valley. You gotta go to LA. You gotta do something. You gotta leave. So I'm gonna go home, walk Cooper per usual, take a shower, get my clothes ready, and then lay down, set an alarm for 9. Yeah, I'm gonna set an alarm for 9, and then I'm gonna head out to Canoga. So I'm gonna be running on, at best, this is like best case scenario, 2 hours of sleep. Of course, I plan on going home and sleep. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. Of course, I plan on sleeping when I get back home. But you know, my appointment is at 10. Hopefully, I'm done at 11. So at about 12 o'clock, I'm back on the road, and things are okay. We'll see. But I'm gonna have to lose sleep over this. I'm putting alignment. I'm gonna have to rotate the tires, put the good tires back in the front, and then change the tire pressures on them. Like, my day's gonna be pretty long. And of course, my anxiety. I'm already super worried about having an attack. But I have pills in the Saturn, and I'm actually gonna take them today. So that's a thing. Drove to Canoga, I'd be fine. But I wish I could do that, honestly. I wish I could, but then I'd just be sitting out in front of the shop until 9. Can't do that. But yeah, super nervous. It's not scared nervous. It's literal just my nerves. Like, my nerves go nuts. It's adrenaline. It's, you know. But I'm gonna tell this fucking guy, the Corvette guy, I'm like, yo, meet me at Westlake, on the Westlake side, because I don't run that side of Decker. Yeah. I'm gonna tell him, if you just run straight through, we're gonna race from one side to the other. If you run straight through, we will end up on that side of Decker. So I'm not worried about him per se. I know he's got to be a good driver. He's got to be a good driver. Is he as good as me? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't believe so. There's only a handful of drivers who I think are better than me. That being, see, that's the thing, like, literally better than me, or just better because they've always had a better car. You know, I think me and Steve are equal. I think Daniel is better than me, but I also think Steve is better than Daniel. I want to say Duke, but Duke always has great cars. So, and when I had a great car, Duke, you know, he didn't stand a chance. worried about is his Angelo's car, because the S2000 is a good car. It is. It's a good car. But a Corvette is a better car. People get the misconception that Corvettes aren't good in the mountains, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Corvettes can be nasty. See, I've seen a C5 at full tilt and a C6 at full tilt, and it's fucking amazing to watch. Now, a C7 is even better than that, and I think he has like some sort of special package, not some sort of race package, but he has like I don't know if he has a Stingray or a, but I don't even know if he has a Z06. I don't know what kind of car it is, but either way, it's a nasty Corvette on a nasty tire. So, yeah, I'm worried about the car, man. Because if I give him the race he wants, right? If I give him Decker uphill, right? I have, like, factory LSD, but it's not great. And around the first two, so from the starting point, it's a gnarly uphill. Just right from the jump. Medium speed uphill with like light bends for like the first 3 or 4 corners, and the next 2 are straight U-turns, but they're like super off cambered, and they have like crests. Like you go up and then you crest, so it's like a sharp up, and then you like, it's like not so sharp. So when you're going over that first crest on the inside, my inside tire just goes nuts. It just spins like I don't have LSD, and I lose a lot of speed. And I'm not geared good for Decker. Technically, I go around those corners in first fucking gear. If I go around them in second, I'm gonna bog. Not bog, but I'm gonna really fall out of my power band. And that Corvette makes torque right at the bottom. Like, it just makes torque. So he can probably go down to first gear, but power out. And I'm sure his, way newer C7 Corvette has like a way more advanced LSD that works properly around those types of bends. And so you go around those 2 bends, and then there's another sharp uphill baby straightaway, and then there's a section that I know decently well and enjoy, and it's very sharp, but you can use second gear for it. And Decker is bizarre because Decker is like, it's a 2-lane road, but on, I'd say 30%, maybe 40% of the lefts going uphill, there's like, it's like uphill, and then it flattens just before the corner, and then the corner is like really wide. So like the line choice, the line options are fucking limitless. There's so many lines you can pick. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. And then after that is a section that I'm just really bad at. I'm bad at it. I don't know it. I can't keep a solid momentum through that road. I drive it like a person who is only slightly familiar with the road, which is what I am. Like I tap the brakes a little too often, and I don't flat out through certain sections that I should. And like, there's this mid-high speed section that's flat by these houses, and you son of a bitch. There's this like flat high speed section by some houses that I'm extremely bad at and uncomfortable with. I don't like them. I don't like that section. So, yeah. Oh, man. It's a bad run for me. It's a bad run. So, I think I'm gonna tell him, meet me on Westlake. And if he's like, I've never driven that road, I'm just like, well, Bobby never drove your road either, and he tried. So, and the first time I ran you, I didn't know the road at all either. So that's also a thing. You can't have all the advantages. You already have the car advantage. So, and if I slaughterhouse him from 23 to Decker, I'll let him lead me up Decker. Yeah. I don't want him on my ass. I don't want him on my ass. And I feel like I can glue him if I follow him. But the problem is, it's not a problem, but I don't trust him. Like I know I'm on his list of drivers that he feels he needs to beat in order to be something. Because he classifies himself as a legend, along with drivers like me, Duke, Daniel, Evo, Steve, Clint, whatever. He classifies himself as, is it fucking raining? What? Yeah, he classifies himself as one of us, and people have literally told him, like, dude, no the fuck you're not. You know, you're not a legend. You know, you only drive the 33. So I know he feels like he has. What the hell are you doing, dude? It's a fucking acceleration ramp. Oh, now you floor it, you fucking chump. Fucking V6 Mustang. That is bizarre that it's slightly raining. But yeah, so I know that he wants to beat me badly. I know this. Holy shit, this truck just fucked me over. Yeah. First things first, we'll get the alignment done. And then we'll go from there. If it rains, we cancel the battle. I mean, I'll race him in the rain. I don't really care. But I don't want to watch someone almost die again. Like, Tuna legit almost lost his fucking life. Legit. I've never seen anything like that before. And I quite frankly don't want to see that ever again. So, if it rains, I cancel. But I don't think it's going to rain. I think this is just like some random freak of nature weather thing right now. Is it actually raining? Oh, fuck, I gotta put my goddamn airbox on the S2000. The tarmac wet? Well, you know what? If it rains, that's better for me. Because if it rains, I'm gonna get my alignment and go drive Decker tonight, and get the, get some knowledge. Yeah. What's the Jeep in front of me? Weird. 29:34. I drove fast again. What the fuck? No, I do 29 minutes sometimes. It's just traffic contingent. Yeah, it's raining. What the fuck? Very bizarre. My key. What just happened? Oh my god. My goddamn Saturn key just Just broke. An Omen. Whatever.